Today we're installing a new Nismo transmission on my S15 Silvia.
How's it going, guys? Dragons here. Today we're going to teach you how to remove the transmission off a Silvia S15, specifically the Spec R. I don't know if the Spec S 5-speed is any different, but we're going to do it on this one. First things first, disconnect the battery, which we'll do so right now. And of course, jack up the car on all four corners. Don't mind my sketchy ramp and woodchuck, but I do have jack stands on the rear, and again the ramp on both fronts, just because I don't have 4 jack stands, but we're gonna make it work. Right after that, you're gonna come on the passenger side of the car, down below on the transmission, and you are going to drain the fluid. Now there is 2 bolts on the transmission here. We have the filler bolt, which I opened first just to release some pressure, and then the drain bolts right here. They are 24mm bolts, so easy enough. If you need a breaker bar, you can easily fit one down here. And then after that, we're gonna go to the other side of the transmission. And now we're on the right side, or driver's side of the transmission. You're going to disconnect this right here. Simple enough, press in, pull out. And one right over here. It's actually usually bolted on right there. So I suggest loosening that bolt to take it off so you have better access to remove this connection right here. I believe this is the reverse light and this is the speedo. Once you have those disconnected, you're gonna come to the back of the car. So you can choose transmission, drive shaft, all the way back to where it connects to the diff. And we're gonna remove these 4 bolts and nuts, which look like this. My suggestion, angle the drive shaft so one is facing straight down, so that you can fit wrench this way to loosen that way. I suggest loosening it from this side. I don't know, it worked easier for me because on this side you can't fit a socket or the wrench because it makes contact with this. Make sure you put e-brake up and put it in gear when you do this so that it doesn't move. Once you got one of them out, put it in neutral, release the e-brake, spin it so you can do the next one. Same procedure. Once you take these 4 off, this should come right off. And then if you want to take it off fully from the transmission, you're probably gonna need more space. So unbolt the drive shaft mounting bracket with these 2 bolts over here. Oh, sorry, 1 and 2. I believe they're 14s. Pretty easy to access. So now once you have the drive shaft off, what I would do is remove the things that are going to be in your way. In this case, the slave cylinder. If you are going to replace it, now is the time to remove it. Easy enough, just 2 bolts right here. And then the 2 cables you disconnected earlier, the 2 sensors, I would remove them from the transmission so they're not in the way later. And they're held on by this bracket here, so you can move this as well. I had already loosened this one just to move it out of your way. There you go, you can step it away over there, as it's not going to be connected to the transmission once we pull it out. And then this, you can move the slave cylinder out of the way as well. And after that, we're going to tackle those bell housing bolts. There are, I believe, 13 bolts if I'm not mistaken. So it's all of these all around, right here, 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 here. There's 2 that connect to the starter. There's even more up there. To access those, what we're gonna do is put a jack on the subframe, not lift the car up, literally just leave it there. And then we are going to loosen the subframe 1 inch, which to me, what has worked is 6 full turns of these 2 bolts over here. So we have this bolt right here and this bolt right here on both sides, so on that side as well. 6 full turns of this will drop it 1 inch, and you'll be able to see the gap right here. Once you have those bolts loosened, you can lower the jack, and that will angle the engine to come down. And then you could unmount the transmission from here, 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 and here. And that way the whole engine and transmission will angle downwards, and you will be able to access the bolts from up here. You're gonna need really long extensions. I also do recommend you remove your mid pipe, or at least In my case, I only remove it from here and here, and that gives me room to move this around. Only because the only thing that's kind of gets in the way that you want to move is this right here. It's not even connected, but it does get in the way when you're trying to remove the transmission. So keep that in mind. And then once you loosen all the bell housing bolts, you will be able to drop the transmission.
On today's episode of That's Messed Up. That's messed up.
That's messed up. We starting off bad.
Today we are removing, well, we already removed the stock 6-speed transmission, and we're going to be putting in the new Nismo reinforced 6-speed. So it's basically same transmission but with upgraded internals and different gear ratios, which supposedly helps a lot for drifting, even though I'm not going to drift it, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, pretty much this thing blew up. It didn't blow up. I made it home, but I couldn't go into fourth. I couldn't go into sixth. And at the last day I drove it, it could not go into reverse. So that's why I'm like, I'm just going to leave it there until I get a new one. I got the new one. And then we lost the spring that holds the throttle bearing. That goes right here. Don't ask us how we lost it. It just went to a different universe.
Love that ass.
And then, so we've been waiting another week for this little thing. So, yeah.
Second time's a charm.
We have dropped this. How many times have we dropped that transmission already?
It's been 4 times. We cooked. Not certified.
Who let us have this, bro? Alright, let's get to it. Under an hour, right? Easy.
Sure.
Easy. And then my goofy ass forgot my keys at my job. So I can't even drive it tonight. Official Bearman Subaru Tech over here. Single-handedly carrying that trans.
Not lining up the forks. Hey, how's it going, guys?
Alrighty, the transmission is in, and the trans came with the new shifter housing. So we had to transfer some stuff from the OG. While we're in there, I'm gonna replace the master cylinder and the slave cylinder and the clutch line. So what's cool about this is here's a new master, which is over here. The clutch line actually replaces like an entire system, which is pretty cool. So it'll be faster to bleed. Let me show y'all real quick. So here's a new slave. Here's the old one, and you can see it's connected to these hard lines and this thing that just loops right around back to itself, which is kind of random. So the new clutch line is literally just one line straight to the master cylinder, and that's it. So it replaces this hard line, this complicated system, and yeah, so I gotta drain the fluid from here, put the new master, and then bleed it, and we should be good to go. So we got a bleeder valve right here. And then, I mean, I could technically take all this off. I probably won't. I'll probably just take it off from like right here or something. I mean, maybe I'll eventually. A little bit of weight reduction doesn't hurt. And then you got this one whole wibble.
Hell yeah, tired as fuck. And manhandled the transmission.
He just he cuddled with this transmission until it was on.
Yep. A little bit of love. Message.
So yeah, that's. Also, I forgot my keys, so I can't even drive this tonight.
Oh, valiendo verga. Fuck. Shit.
Left them at work, so yeah, you'll see it driving next video, or I guess in your case this video, but at the end. And to install the master cylinder on the firewall, there is 2 bolts, which are these 2 holes right here, and on the inside which is connected to your clutch pedal. You will have some pin holding it there, holding the cable, which is pretty easy. You just gotta pop this spring out of it upwards, and then you push this thing out, and you should be able to get it.
All right, we got the old master off. It was easier to just undo the hard line from the bottom than to do it in the top, just because of how tight the engine bay is. He's putting the new one in. Since he removed the whole system, I'm able to remove all of this. We just held on by a 10 here, a 10 here, and I think a 12 here. And I can get this all out of the way because we no longer use it, as it all gets replaced by this single line.
Alrighty, now it is the next day. Like I said, I had left my keys in my job, so I couldn't even start it yesterday, so I didn't even bother fully finishing. But the only thing I need to finish is to add trans fluid, which we have right here, and reinstall the interior. After that, bring it down, and we should be able to drive, hopefully. So yeah, let me finish that up. I'm going to fill it up with this vacuum pump, and yeah, should be pretty straightforward.
And so just like the stock trans, drain plug here, fuel plug here. In this case, we know it's empty, so don't need to open this. I will double check the torque on it, and we'll fill from here. And that should be it.
Alrighty, I think I am all done. There is a noise you guys will hear, and that is my exhaust has a hanger that de-welded, so I'm gonna have to get that welded because it is leaking from there. Besides that, we are good. Nice. Cool, I'm gonna test drive it. I also don't have any gas, so I'm gonna need gas. And I didn't bring my wallet. I'm gonna go get my wallet and then I'm gonna get gas. Right off the bat, this thing shifted so smooth. I'm not flooring it or anything. I'm gonna break it in like you would a clutch. So nothing above 4,000 miles for at least 500 miles. So best believe I'm gonna drive this a lot just so I could break it in. And yeah, it's rattling because of the exhaust hanger. Besides that, it shifted so smooth just to the gas station. So smooth. I mean, yeah, it's filthy. It's remarkably filthy. But we're gonna wash it tomorrow, including the interior. Gotta vacuum everything up. But we have S15 in its best shape. It's gonna be even better once I fix that rattle. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next videos where we finally do more stuff with the car. I feel like I was nerfed not being able to have a good transmission, but now we are all set mechanically. And yeah, see you guys in the next one.